everybody, and welcome to this edition of HCAM Sports Talk. I'm your host, Tom Nappy, and joining me on the show is my wonderful co-hosts. We have Andy Barron, Morgan Donahue, Steve Watson. It's going to be a great show. Andy, good to see you. It's been a while.
It has been a while. I'm glad to finally be back and having everybody on. So it's good.
And Morgan repping the Westwood hat. Nice new hat over there. Very
Yeah,
nice hat. I mean,
yeah,
not as
Flay
nice as
Highfield in the
the.
background too. A couple big games there recently, most notably the Thanksgiving rivalry, 52 years in the making versus
What a
the
win for
Packers.
you guys on Turkey Day, huh?
Oh, turkey tastes very, very good.
Yeah, I mean, that Westwood W is not as nice as the Hiller H, but it's a very nice hat. And Steve, how are you? All right, he's good. So
Doing good, Tom. Doing good.
there you go. All right. So it's been a crazy few weeks of football, and we apologize, folks. We haven't been able to do too many shows with our football picks, but the great news is every week you could find them on the HCAM website, hcam.tv, so you could see who not to pick. And, that'll help you just going against us. You'll likely do well. So. But overall, we've all done pretty good. We've all done pretty good recently. It got a little wild there for a few weeks with, probably like three out of five of us doing pretty bad, including me mostly. But we're all starting to do pretty good again. So we're all kind of getting back into the race a little bit. Jared is still way up. He's probably going to win it all, but we got a few weeks left. A lot of crazy upsets have been happening. So we shall see how things will go. But guys, I mean, I guess we'll start off before we get into the picks with a little bit of New England Patriots, and of course, we're going to talk more about the Pats when we have the one of the toughest picks of the week when we pick the winner of that Pats Buffalo game that's coming up. Huge game for both teams. But overall on this Pats team, guys, I'm just so impressed. I mean, what a pleasant surprise. We all thought they would be better. We all thought they would be improved, but they're not just better and improved. They're at the very top of the league. So they're back. I mean, I think it's safe to say that the Patriots are back. They're a force in the league, and they might even be the best team in the league. I think when you're talking about best teams in the league, it's Pats Broncos, really. So let's just go around the table, share any thoughts you got about the Patriots just tearing it up this season. And Steve, we'll start off with you, buddy.
Yeah, I said going into the year, I had their ceiling at 13 wins. They're 4-8, so I said they would have 10. So they rode the ceiling route. So am I really surprised at where they are? No, not really. I thought that they were capable of doing this. So, it's great to play meaningful football in December. That's what we all wanted, and here we are. And they got a big test on tap Sunday at Gillette.
Absolutely. Morgan, anything you want to add?
Yeah, I mean, loving what I'm seeing out of the Patriots. Obviously, Drake May's getting a lot of the attention and deservedly so. Kind of reminds me of Tom Brady in like the early 2000s when he was throwing to Gibbons. He's throwing to, Matthew, not, David Patton, some of these non-big names. Obviously Diggs is a big name. And he has certainly created, taken Diggs back to where we're normally, have seen him play. Hunter Henry, gotta love this guy. He's not too far from Westwood. He's just on the border, Westwood and Dedham, but so reliable. You could just see how much fun they're having, and that's so crucial when it comes to winning. Is just enjoying what you're doing with the people you're doing it with, and you can't forget too when you start seeing special teams touchdowns going on for the Patriots, and you're seeing that good complementary football to add on top of the offense, the defense. That's a really, really good sign. When you're seeing these big returns, it's going to the house on a punt return. That was huge. I do like how they bounce back from the tough games. I always consider the tough games, the Thursday night game, that's a tough turnaround for a season. The Monday night games are tough too, a lot of distractions, especially at home. And they've answered both of those tests. So I think these next few weeks are going to be crucial. You're going to have some really good teams you're going to be playing. You got a Bills team that's been to an AFC championship, that has been on the doorstep of an AFC championship. You also got, a guy like Lamar Jackson who's won an MVP, who's won some big games too. So these are going to be some big tests for the Patriots. It's not all going to be falling on Drake May. The defense is pretty darn good. They get after the quarterback. They're forcing quick throws. They're forcing turnovers. They're physical. Really does remind me of those early 2000 teams and gets me very excited.
Absolutely. And, I'm sure it reminds you a little bit about Westwood on Thanksgiving with what they did to Holliston. By the way, congratulations. What a great win for Westwood on
Incredible.
Thanksgiving.
Incredible. They were down two scores with, I think, 5 minutes. So they worked the ball down, touchdown, then kick it off. You got to get a stop. Like it's life, do or die. They get that stop and they're able to work that ball down. Then, to Hopkinton's credit, or excuse me, Holliston's credit, they forced a fourth down on the one. Westwood then it was a penalty was called, fourth down and 6 and they got it done. It was Pindell to Keelan McDonald on the right side of the end zone. 50-50 ball went up and got it and made history. He tied the record for the most touchdown receptions in a single season for the Wolverines, 14 on that touchdown reception. It was incredible.
Unbelievable. Yeah, just a great win. And I think a lot of people thought that after Holliston had a tough out in the playoffs, they were going to come out, wanting this game. And obviously they did. Both teams, left it all on the field. But momentum was really tipping to Holliston at one point, and Westwood just really got back in it right at the end, got a couple drives going. It was very impressive.
Halston had some major injuries, and that's not an excuse. It's never an excuse, but I was so impressed with the guys who were filling in and just, moving the ball and getting it done. So really, Halston's a well-coached team and got a lot of respect for them. Like they worked hard. The next guy up mentality was they were all studs.
Absolutely. All right. So now that we got that out of the way, let's get back to the Patriots. Andy, Patriots thoughts. And we got Jared here. Wow, we got all 5 of us. Welcome, Jared. We'll get to Jared in just a moment. But Andy, what are your Patriots thoughts? You must be a happy man.
Thrilled, absolutely thrilled. I mean, so many things. It's just so great to see this team winning. And I know I probably said it in the last time that I was even on here or in our group text. They're winning without Tom Brady, without Bill Belichick, without Rob Gronkowski, Julian Edelman. This is a new era of Patriots football, and it's not really the household names. I mean, they really are. I mean, who's probably their best player right now? It's probably Drake May. Stephon Diggs, as Morgan said, is probably their most named player, but it's just not like the old days of Brewski and Harrison and Vrabel and guys like that. This is a new era of football. It's great to see. After that Pittsburgh loss, I had no idea where this team was going. I was so livid after that loss because I just said it's the same mistakes over and over again. Then they come out, they trounce Carolina. Okay. But then they go win in Buffalo on Sunday night. That got my attention. They really have not looked back since. I just love the way they're playing. They dominated the Giants on Monday Night Football. They were very, very physical, which I have not seen in a long time. Marcus Jones is having a Pro Bowl season, in my opinion. Kayshon Boutte has been tremendous, tremendous receiver. And as Morgan said, Hunter Henry has been great. This is a playoff-like atmosphere on Sunday against Buffalo. It's going to be great. And I believe if they win this one, then it comes down to us and the Broncos. I really truly believe that. But it's just been
Absolutely.
great.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
It's just been great to see because they have been so dreadful for the last couple of years, just all the things that were going on. And I'm just happy to see that they finally have got something going. And it's just good. I think change is a good thing. I mean, we'll never forget the incredible run they had with the 6 titles and all that. But I'm over that now. I'm just enjoying this. I'm having fun. I really
That's
am
what it's
because
all about. Having fun again, gotta love it. But if there's one little critique about the Pats, I'll say they need to start Travion. Okay, Ramondre Stevenson, he is not your
absolutely,
starter. Start
absolutely.
Travion. He's your guy. He's the best running back on the team, hands down. Not even close. Jared, welcome. Any Patriots thoughts you want to get out there?
Oh, I'll share some Patriots thoughts. Let's start on Travion. I'm pretty sure before the season, I was saying that Travion should be the starting running back for this team for the entire season. And Ramondre has been not great for the most part, and Travion, when he's gotten his opportunities, has taken him. Yeah, he needs to be the starting running back. He's the future. And again, I think you guys can all see what he can do. He's explosive. He's powerful. He can catch the ball in the backfield. Um, yeah, I mean the guy is awesome. Um, I'm going to echo sort of what Andy said about how just nice right now it is to see this team having success, given how poor we've been the last couple of years, to put it lightly. Going through some different coaches, some different QBs, whatever. Obviously there's a couple of seasons that were just really struggle and really terrible to watch, and it's just enjoyable to watch now. It's fun to watch. It's exciting. And again, there's not again a ton of big names on this team, but Drake May is playing at a elite level, dare I say. Definitely an MVP candidate. I don't know if he'll win MVP, but he's probably got to be one of the front runners right now. He's been exceptional. His accuracy, decision making, you know, yeah, I mean he's just taken his game to a new level. And but to me the biggest difference is Vrabel, the coaching. Um, yeah, I mean just the mentality that he's brought coming in and taking over this team, getting the team behind him and what he wants to do, has just been again just phenomenal. He's done just an outstanding job. Um, and again, guys are contributing. Andy mentioned Marcus Jones. Uh, some of the other receivers have been contributing. Again, I know Morgan mentioned Hunter Henry before I got on. He's been awesome. The defense has been playing well. It's just fun to watch this team win right now. And, I'm not sure how many teams can keep up with us, especially in the AFC. I don't know about the NFC, but in the AFC, we, are looking real good. So,
Absolutely. And we'll have some more Pats thoughts when we pick that big Pats Buffalo game that's coming up. Crucial game, especially for Buffalo, who, if Buffalo loses that, Pats, clinch the division. So a must win for Buffalo in that one. Of course, Buffalo could still get into the postseason, but they'll have a little bit harder of a road, I would say, if they lose that game. So speaking of that, we got all five of us tonight. It's going to be an intense pick session doing our NFL picks. So let's get right into it. Let's take a look at the situation here. And it's not a great situation for me, that's for sure. But last week, Morgan, congratulations. You were the king of week 14, going 10-3. Best record out of the five of us. Jared and me and Andy all went 8-5, and Steve went 7-6. Overall standings, of course, we factor in the college games. We have like an intense astronomical math problem now to figure this all out. But it's Jared leading with 143 points. And then in second, Andy right on his heels at 139. Way to work back into it, Andy. And then you got Steve in third at 137. Morgan is right in there at 136 and a half. And I am in dead last at 134 and a half. So there you have it. There's the standings. Here's a look at the games we'll be picking this week. Some big matchups. So we will get right into it. And we got some NCAA games on there. We'll see if we have time for those. Obviously, the NFL games will be our big priority. So let's start off with Thursday night football. We have Atlanta at Tampa. This is a crucial game for both teams who are still, I guess, kind of in the mix in that wild NFC South. They're both technically still very much alive. Tampa's really been struggling, and Atlanta, they have just they've went from world beaters to doing practically nothing. So I don't know what's going on with these teams. Should be an interesting Thursday night matchup. And since I'm still a little torn on it, we're gonna start off with Andy. Who do you got?
Two teams are going in the wrong direction. Um, Tampa Bay did not look good this week against the Saints team, which has really had their number the last few years. This Atlanta team, I know I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. They're never going to recover from 28-3. This team just loses all the time. I'm done picking them. I'm going to go with Tampa, but I'm still not 100% sure. Just, I don't know what's going to happen in this game.
I don't think anybody does. All right, Tampa for Andy. Steve, who do you got?
You know, the Falcons had a chance to hire Bill Belichick 2 years ago, and they didn't. I'm sure they probably regret that, huh? So although Tampa
No.
has not looked good lately, although they're very banged up, I'm going to go with the Bucs here. They simply have to win. There's no choice for them.
I don't think Belichick would have fixed that team. I don't know if he could fix any team anymore. I think his day is past. Morgan, who do you got?
Guys, you guys are, this is an Atlanta team that beat Buffalo. Um, and you know what? Hey, I gotta catch some ground here, fellas. We're going Falcons.
Oh, all right, I like it. Morgan going with Atlanta. Jared, who do you got?
Tampa, Atlanta stinks. Kirk Cousins, not the answer. No Drake London. Tampa.
I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm going to give Morgan the lone wolf opportunity. I'm also going to go Tampa in this one. They're at home. Atlanta looked just flat last week. They couldn't get anything going offensively. Not that Tampa did much better, but Tampa's at home. I just don't see him losing this game. So I'll go Tampa. Although Tampa has let me down quite a lot this season. So if they let me down here, I think I'm done with them. I'm picking against them the rest of the season. All right, let's move on to the Sunday 1 o'clock games. Oh, yeah, just to recap, Morgan, the lone Atlanta pick. He's the lone wolf, and the rest of us, we are Tampa. So we got on Sunday at 1 o'clock, the Browns at the Bears. Is anyone going to pick the Browns here?
How in the world did the Browns lose to Tennessee? Are you kidding me?
And Shador
Seriously.
Sanders wasn't even that bad.
Fully agree, Andy.
How did you lose to Tennessee? I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it, but it's the Browns.
But how do you, and first of all, how do you give up 2 rushing touchdowns to Pollard? I think he had one all season going into that game.
Lost to Tennessee. That is just unbelievable.
It really is. And Shador Sanders didn't even play that bad. So I don't get it. That game was nuts. All right, Ravens at the Bengals, a crucial game for both teams. The Bengals are pretty much out of it, but the Ravens still have an outside shot, but they're on the outside looking in after that bad loss to the Steelers. That didn't do me any favors. Let's see. Let's start off with the leader for this one. Jared, who do you got?
This could be really stupid, but I'm going Cincinnati here. Their defense is atrocious, but Joe Burrow has clearly brought them a bit of a spark on offense. Again, bad loss for Baltimore. Yeah, I don't know. This might be ridiculous, but I'm going Cincinnati here.
All right, I like it. And since you're doing that, I'm going to go Ravens. I think the Ravens will take care of business in Cincinnati. They're desperate for a win, and the Bengals kind of fell apart at the end of that Buffalo game. So I don't know if they'll be able to recover.
That was bad.
Let's see. Andy, who do you got?
Well, I'm going to second Jared. I'm going with the Bengals as well. I do not believe in this Baltimore team. They look completely disinterested. They were terrible against the Steelers this week. Lamar Jackson looks lost. Derrick Henry does not look the same. I don't know, guys. Just something is not right with that team. And I don't think the Bengals are that much better, but they just, Joe Burrow is still a really good quarterback, and it is in Cincinnati. Weird things happen there. This is the Ravens season, too. They lose this game, they might be done. I mean, they just don't look good. But again, this is another game. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. But I'll take the Bengals.
There's a lot of suspense building up for these last few weeks of the season, that's for sure. Morgan, who do you got?
I'm going Bengals. Joe Burrow, man, this guy, he's a stud. And even though he threw those two interceptions, it was his first two of the whole season back to back. Um, he's a guy that I know is going to bounce back. He's a guy that, can get it done with whoever's out there, whatever the conditions are. And then he likes to do it in front of the home crowd too. So I got Joe Burrow and the Bengals get the W.
Love it. Love it.
All right, Steve, it's down to you, my friend.
Steve's going Baltimore here. I know it.
I'm going with Cincy here.
Let's go.
Oh, I
okay.
got a lone
Tom
wolf.
Lone
Lone Wolf Ravens pick. Wow.
Cincy, yeah. So both defenses, these two teams, neither defense has looked impressive throughout the year. Cincy's offense has been better, since Joe Burrow got back, and something's wrong with Lamar Jackson. He does not look healthy. The Ravens' offense hasn't performed the way that we all know that they're capable. So that's the tiebreaker. I think the defense is not great. Bengals' offense is better right now, as we sit here right now.
All right, Bengals across the board, except for me. I'm going Ravens. Let's go, Baltimore. All right, Cardinals at the Texans. Is anyone going to dare to pick Arizona?
God, no. Houston is so good.
Texans?
Absolutely not.
No
yes,
chance.
there'll be no upset.
Can't underestimate a breakup. Braxton Berrios going through that breakup, and just he's looking to find a new
Come
girlfriend.
on, Morgan. You're not going to go with the Cardinals?
Not on this one.
Arizona is another team. They are completely lost. Like they have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah.
They are what I thought. They are what I thought Danny Dimes was before the year. And Danny Dimes, I want to give a public apology to Danny Dimes. What an incredible season the man had. He proved me wrong. I ate my words. And tough to see how the season went, but he inspired me. He inspired me to measure twice and cut once before I say something stupid.
Yeah, I feel bad for Daniel Jones. I really do.
Yeah.
Because
I
he
mean, that's
really had a
horrible.
great season.
I mean, he was turning his career around, had a terrific
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
Like,
He was.
Incredible.
terrible.
Too bad.
All right. Well, speaking of lost teams, how about them New York Jets? They're going to be at Jacksonville. Is anyone going with the Jets?
God, no.
I didn't think so. Jaguars across the board.
Yeah.
Jaguars are actually playing pretty well right now, too.
Yeah,
Trevor
they
Lawrence
are.
is playing
are
good football.
nasty.
They
Gotta
are.
watch out for this Jaguars
Look
team.
out.
They're
Yeah.
playing well.
Absolutely. They're going to be right in there. All
Gotta
right.
give that kid. You got to give that kid Cohen credit. What
Yeah.
he's done going in there. He's a local
Yeah.
kid too. He's based out of Rhode Island. His father was actually a football coach at Salve Regina.
Yep.
But he was the UMass quarterback, and then just got right into coaching. And what a job he's done there in Jacksonville.
All right. Chargers at Chiefs. You'll be able to see that pick on the HCAM website when we put the full slate of picks out. We're recording on a Monday night, so we're not going to pick teams that are playing in Monday Night Football. And also Raiders at Eagles. You'll be able to see that on the website as well. So let's skip right into the
Oh,
Commanders.
Tom, we all know who's going to win that
Giants.
game, by the way. The Raiders are atrocious.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, we're taking Philly across
Spoiler
the board.
alert.
If anybody picks the Raiders here, holy moly.
Yeah.
Drug test. Immediate drug
But
test.
who knows? What if the Eagles get like 7 injuries tonight? You never
I
know.
would honestly, if the Raiders won that game, I cannot imagine what they would do in Philadelphia. It would be
Oh,
absolutely
they won't
pandemonium.
come back.
Riots.
How much
Riots.
worse, though, does it make that Pats loss look? Ugh.
Yeah.
All right, Commanders at the G-Men.
Oh, gosh. This is a brutal game.
Steve, let's start off with you for this one. I know you're anxious to pick this one.
Yeah, I'm going with the Giants. Washington, they're very banged up. Jaden Daniels gets hurt again. Shocker. And they just got crushed by Minnesota, who's not very good. So I'll take the Giants here.
All right, Giants for Steve. Andy, who do you got?
Washington has been the biggest disappointment this year. This team was in the NFC Championship game last year, one win from the Super Bowl. They have been a disaster this year, and the Giants are no better. But Steve just said it best. I mean, how do you get shut out against Minnesota? I mean, what an awful game they played yesterday. They just need to rebuild completely. Give me the Giants.
All right, Giants. Morgan.
Is this the Fenway Bowl? These guys playing in the Fenway Bowl this weekend?
Sure.
I'm just kidding. Um,
It's actually going to be a good bowl.
this
Army
is a
and
good ball.
Yukon.
Yeah,
Yes.
should be a
Yes.
good game. Yeah.
I'm going with Giants.
All right, Jared.
Do we have to pick this game? This game is absolutely ridiculous. I might pick a tie here. I mean, these teams are atrocious. I mean, again, Washington getting absolutely annihilated by a terrible Minnesota team, but I don't think the Giants are much better.
Jared, we'll
I'm
take that
going.
half point. We'll take that half point any day.
Morgan, you got to look up to see what tickets are going for this game. It's got to be
That's got to do the
Yeah,
old ticket man.
for
Oh, they're
sure.
actually
Tom, I'll take the Giants by default. Whatever.
all right. Well, you know what? I can't pick the Commanders. So Giants across the board. I'll tell you what, I got a lot more faith in Jackson Dart than whatever the Commanders quarterback situation currently is right now. I'll tell you that
sure.
much. All right, moving on to those big 425 games. Big slate in the 425 time frame. 5 games this week. All right, Titans at the 49ers. Is anyone going Titans?
No.
I didn't think so.
Just real quick,
49ers? Huh?
I want to say what a job the 49ers have done this year. This team is completely decimated with injuries. I don't know how in the world they're 9-4. It's really incredible, honestly.
Well, I hate to say it. You got to give a lot of credit to
Got to
Mac
give Mac Jones
Jones.
credit.
Yeah, you have to. There's no way this team should be 9-4.
He's going to be the next Chase Daniel, making like $10 million off of just longevity being a
Yeah,
backup quarterback in the league.
probably.
Yeah.
He's been good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what
Man,
they've done is very impressive. That's for
no,
sure.
Tennessee's not winning this game. They're not winning the 49ers.
All right, let's see. Colts at the Seahawks. Crucial game for the Colts. A must win, really. I mean, is anyone going Colts here? They just lost Danny Dimes. Is anyone going to take the risk and go Colts?
No, they're in a downslide. Terrible.
Nope. It's
I feel
over.
bad for the Colts,
Right.
honestly. I feel bad for Danny Dimes, but also for the Colts, who started out the season so well and are now just gonna, yeah, tank. Because,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they're going into Seattle. It's never easy to play there. No.
We need the Belichick soundboard, Seattle. Seahawks across the board.
Seahawks are good. Seahawks are
They are
legit.
good.
Yes,
They
they
are
are good. They're a threat. I'll tell you, between the Seahawks and the Rams, that's going to be an interesting little race in the West.
good. Yeah.
Speaking of the Rams, they're hosting the Lions in the 425 game and crucial game for both teams. Rams trying to hang on to the division, Lions trying to sneak into the postseason, a team that's likely not going to win their division. This is a really tough one. So, in really tough picks, I like to go to Morgan first and see what he thinks.
You know, there's some scar tissue still deep down in Jared Goff. And I know they've already played each other, I believe.
Yes.
But going back out to LA, it's in LA, right? Correct?
Yep.
Yes.
He's gonna wanna, anytime he has that opportunity, that motivation, he's got that chip on his shoulder. I'm going the Lions.
All right, Lions for Morgan. I like it. Steve, who do you got?
I'm going to go with the Rams here. I think they're just simply better than the Lions are.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's see. Jared, who do you got?
I'm torn on this. Last time I picked against the Lions, that bit me in the butt. But the Rams are, again, top two team in the NFC right now. That being said, give me the Lions.
Oh, he's going Lions.
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. Again, I could see this really going either way. I know the Rams are technically the better team, but whatever. I mean, I'll let it rip here.
All right, Andy.
I'm going to go with the Rams. I think this is going to be a really good game. Two teams that definitely can score some points, but I just can't take the Lions in a big game. Like they just can't seem to get it done. And I got to tell you what, if Matthew Stafford wins another Super Bowl, I mean this. How much more can this Lions organization take? Honestly, really think about
Right.
it. Like, I mean, he's already won one. If he gets another one, it's like, what does this team have to do to get over the top? You know,
Yeah, it's been unfortunate, their injury situation. It's like the first three strings of cornerbacks for the Lions are like all injured. So a
yeah,
lot of injuries over there. I'm going Rams. I just think the Rams are playing really good football right now. Besides that the little flip flop against Carolina,
Yeah.
they've been playing some good football. So I'm gonna go Rams. So we got me, Andy, and Steve on the Rams, Morgan and Jared with the Lions. Speaking of the Panthers, what a great segue that was. Panthers at the Saints. Is anyone going with another Saints upset here?
Yes, I am.
Oh, all right.
Yep.
Explain yourself, sir.
I just like the way the Saints played last week. Carolina is on coming off the bye and a huge win against the Rams. This is in New Orleans. I don't know. I just you never know what you're going to get out of Carolina. They're such an up and down team. Bryce Young is great one week. He's bad the next. I just I think this is a tough spot for the Panthers. It's going to be close, but I'm taking the Saints.
Yeah, and those divisional games can get weird.
Yeah.
All
Well, Saints
right.
even beat Tampa with when Tom Brady was playing there. So I mean, you just I don't know. They seem to play
True.
well in divisional matchups.
It's a tough
Yeah,
place
what
to
is it with
play.
the Saints beating Tampa like no matter what?
I know. Weird.
Steve, who do you got?
I'm going to go with the Panthers here. The Saints already beat the Panthers in Carolina early this year. So I'm sure the Panthers will want some revenge. This Panthers team, I've been saying all year, they're a good football team. And they've beaten Green Bay. They've beaten the Rams. Those are two of the best teams in football. Sure, they have some weird losses too, but they've improved leaps and bounds here. And they're coming from bye. I think they'll be hungry for a win. I think they'll get it down in the Big Easy.
All right, Panthers for the Watsonator. Jared, who do you got?
I was going to pick the Panthers here, but I'm going to flop and go with the Saints. I don't really know why. I'm just going to go with the Saints. Let's let it rip.
Cool. On that note, I'm going Panthers. Morgan, who do you got?
My heart is saying Panthers, but my mind is saying Saints. It's a tough place to play in. I don't even care if Jameis Winston starting at quarterback, years back, but they're a tough team to beat in their Mercedes-Benz or whatever it is these days. So Saints.
When the Saints come marching in.
I did
All
not
right.
think three of us would pick the Saints there. I'm not going to lie.
No, I did not. I did not at all.
I was actually going to pick the Panthers, and then Andy convinced me to pick the Saints.
You guys better hope for a big week of upsets.
They're only 2.5 point favorites too. So I mean, it's
That's telling you something right there. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
exactly.
True.
It's
Good
not like
call.
it's 10 or
All right, so Jared, Andy, and Morgan on the Saints. Me and Steve going with the Panthers. What else do we got? Oh, this is a big one. This is probably the game of the week. Packers at the Broncos. You want to talk about tough picks? This one's a tough pick. And since Jared's in first place, he gets to do the tough pick first. Packers at the Broncos. Jared, who do you got?
I'm going with Denver here. I like the way Denver plays at home. Their defense is playing a little bit better now. I like Bo Nix in this matchup. Um, yeah, this is going to be a tough game, but I like Denver here.
All right, Andy.
I'm going with the Broncos as well. As Jared said, it's a tough place to play at Mile High. Packers are a good team, don't get me wrong, but no, this is a really big game. And the Broncos have a really tough schedule down the stretch. They do not have some easy games. So but I think they're just gonna squeak this one out against the Packers.
All right, Steve.
I'm going to go with the Broncos here. They're unbeaten at home for a reason, and I think they continue that this week.
All right, Morgan.
Tom, I'll let you go lone wolf here. I'm going Broncos. That is, which even harder to play in the New Orleans is Mile High. I mean, just the elevation, all of that. Like it takes weeks to even get used to that type of, exertion, and breathing and all that stuff.
Very true, but if there's one team that can do it, it's the Green Bay Packers. They are used to crazy weather and playing at higher elevations and uh, crazy circumstances.
So are the Hillers,
I,
playing on the
I,
hill.
that's right. That's right. See, the Hillers would be good in Denver because they're used to the high elevations because they play on the hill. So I'm going to go with the Packers for the upset win. They'll knock the Broncos down to the second seed. Pats will take the first seed. It'll be beautiful. Give me the Green Bay Packers. All right, moving on to Sunday night football. Minnesota Vikings at the Dallas Cowboys. The Vikings, a big win last week. Who they shut out? I'm forgetting now.
Commanders.
That's
Washington.
right, the Commanders. A big shutout win over the Commanders. Is anyone going to take the Vikings for the upset over the home team Cowboys?
Yes, I am.
Oh, there he is. All right, Andy, explain yourself.
This Dallas team, I mean, I can simply not figure this team out. I have never seen a team with so much talent be so inconsistent as Dallas. Really, they're loaded and they just can't get it done. I think their season was on the line last week going into Detroit. They laid an egg and now they come back home. I mean, I know the Vikings are not really a very good team, but they still technically are alive in the postseason. I don't know. I just think Dallas is going to find a way to screw it up. And I think the Vikings are going to pull it out.
All right, Jared, who do you got?
Cowboys. I'm not going to the Vikings here. I don't know. Again, these teams are weird, but I'm going to the Cowboys here. I don't trust Minnesota.
All right. Well, you know what? I don't trust Dallas. I think they're just going to blow it. Because that's what Dallas does. Whenever Dallas has a crucial game, they typically lose. Doesn't matter who it's against. And I'm gonna have some faith in my boy JJ McCarthy here and go with them Vikings. Morgan, who do you got?
Going Dallas.
All right, Steve.
Going with Dallas here. Yes, I know Minnesota shut out the Commanders this past week. Not impressed. No one cares. They're still a terrible team. Dallas is better. Cowboys.
All right. There it is. So when the Vikings beat the Cowboys, I will harass Steve nonstop for calling them a terrible team.
You would never do that. No way.
Moving on to Monday Night Football. It features two teams that absolutely need to win. A loss could cost them any hope at the postseason. Miami Dolphins at the Pittsburgh Steelers. You want to talk about games that I'm torn on? This is one of them. Let's see. Let's start with. We haven't started with Morgan in a while. Let's start with Morgan.
Oh, this is a tough one. This is a coin flip, but if Pittsburgh didn't do what they did this week, I would say, I would have said Miami. But they looked impressive. I got to give them credit, and they're going to be at home. Tough place to play on the road, so we're going Pittsburgh Steelers here.
All right, there you go. This is one of those picks I don't think you can go wrong. I mean, even Miami, they've been playing pretty well too. So
Mhm.
both teams getting some pretty big wins. Let's see, Jared, who do you got?
Pittsburgh, good win this weekend. Again, tough place to play. Miami is probably going to be without Devon Achane, their top running back. So, yeah, Pittsburgh, yeah, they're playing decent. Again, tough place to play. I like Pittsburgh here by at least a touchdown.
All right, Andy.
I'm going to go with the Dolphins. I think they've been playing really well. I got to admit, this team looked absolutely lost about a few weeks ago, but they've played a lot better. And I'm just still not sold on this Pittsburgh team. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, they did play well this week, but something just tells me that they're just. I think the Dolphins are going to pull an upset here. They're 6-7, Steelers 7-6. So yeah, it's a crucial game, crucial playoff game with playoff implications here. And I think the Dolphins are going to squeak it out.
All right, Steve.
I'm torn on this one. I want to go with the Steelers, though. If the game is down at Miami, I'd go with the Dolphins. But it's up in Pittsburgh. The forecast says it's going to be about 20 out next Monday. So both these teams, you really don't know what to expect each week, right? So,
Right.
like you said in your opening, you can't really go wrong with this pick. But I'm going to give the edge to the Steelers here.
I'm gonna go with Miami. I think they've their offense is finally coming alive. They're looking pretty good. I think Jalen Warren will handle the running game just fine. So give me the Miami Dolphins to take the win in Pittsburgh. And I'm going to make pretend that I did this on purpose, but I saved this for last. It was definitely on purpose. The Bills at the Patriots. I don't know how I skipped that one. Wow. 1 o'clock game. So we'll go back to that and pick that now. Anyone going with the Bills for the upset? I didn't think so. I'm going Pats, baby. Let's go. Clinch that division. Get it done.
And actually, technically, the Bills are favored.
They are.
They are
Oh,
indeed.
really?
Technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
No
This is good.
respect. No respect.
No respect at all.
This is going to be a playoff-like atmosphere on Sunday. It's going to be this place is going to be rocking, and it's going to be great to see.
Yeah.
Now, question for you guys. Is this going to bring back a feeling of a rivalry in the AFCs, which kind of really hasn't been one? I mean, there's never really been one, even with Brady. There was never,
Right.
Sanchez won a couple games, but it was never a
Yeah,
rivalry.
Brady and Allen had some good games against each other.
True, but it was the
Some
tail end, and we knew it was
shootouts.
only a few years. This would seem more like potentially a Brady and Manning. Two guys that could take their teams far. Obviously still too early to see with Drake May, but are we going to see a long time rivalry coming out of
I
that's
think
really
so.
fostering this year?
I think this could very well be a rivalry. I mean, I can't say enough good things about what Josh Allen did last week. He single-handedly picked that team up, put them on his back, and got the scores they needed. Obviously, the defense chimed in as well with a couple big interceptions, but watching Josh Allen just run the ball himself, none of the receivers are making plays, so Allen's like, you know what? I'll take care of it. And he just, launched up the field for big gain after big gain. I mean, he's a clutch guy. And Drake May has also proven he's a clutch guy. And the Buffalo is playing for their division lives here. So, they're going to give it everything they got. And the Pats could clinch the division. This is going to be a great showdown. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I think it's going to be a really close, probably higher scoring game. I think this is going to be a great one. Steve, any last thoughts on the Bills Pats before we go to final thoughts? Looked like you wanted to say something.
I think that the Pats are going to win. I wouldn't be shocked if it goes right down to the wire. Nothing in past years matters. Nothing in past weeks matters. Nothing in the future matters. I don't care about standings, tiebreakers, any of that crap. They just got to lock in, focus, and beat the Buffalo Bills. That's all anyone should be focused on Sunday. For anyone out there maybe going to the game, do your job.
Mhm.
Help the team win.
That's right. All right, you spot on, Coach.
I think I'm gonna say something here. I think the Bills have the talent to beat us. I don't think that's in question. I just again am beyond impressed just the way we're playing, and it's hard to pick against us right now against almost anybody. Um, there's I don't know if there's any team in the NFL that I'd probably pick against us right now. Maybe the Rams, maybe the Seahawks. I don't know. Although I didn't even pick the Rams this week. So, yeah, I think the Bills have the ability to win this game, but I'm not picking against the Pats. And yeah,
No.
I mean, yeah,
How can you right now, especially at home?
precisely.
All right, Andy, any final thought you wanted to get in about the big Bills Pats game?
Well, it's the game's at Foxborough, but the biggest thing, one of the things I forgot to mention earlier was this team is not lost on the road this year. That is simply remarkable, really. You know how hard that is to do. I mean, it really is just it's just mind-boggling to me that because it's so tough to win on the road. But they're starting to get that little aura back at Gillette Stadium. Because if you're a Bills fan right now, you've got to be thinking Brady's retired, right? And now, oh, here we go. And now we're winning again. And it's like, what do we have to do to beat this team? Like seriously. Like I have some friends that are Bills fans. They're like, you're doing it to me again, man.
They're like,
It's
you
like,
got to be kidding me.
yes, exactly. Like that's another team. They cannot take much more. They lose this game, they might be done. I mean, really.
We'll have to put him in the insane asylum with the Detroit Lions fans. All right, it's time for final thoughts. Morgan, I know you got you got to jet out, so we'll start off with you. Any final thoughts, Morgan?
No, I mean, I will say this. Someone made someone I spoke with made a comment about this a couple weeks ago, and I think it deserves credit. But shout out to Shadur Sanders and the season he's jumping in after kind of a lot of the um, you know the opinions about him and where he was picked and all that, and to just kind of we haven't heard much from him throughout the season, and then when he had his opportunity, he's gone out and he's looked pretty good. So I like seeing guys go out there and become successful. And shout out to him. It's great to see that when people let their play do the talking and bright future for him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how he was so good though, and they still lost to the Titans.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, but yeah, he had a good game. Jared, any final thoughts?
I obviously was a little late, so I don't know if we talked high school football, but just congrats to everybody that won a Super Bowl the last few days at Gillette. Or I should say Thursday, Friday, Saturday, not the last few days. But yeah, just I was there Saturday. Fun day. Um, yeah, just a lot of good football. Some not so great games, some really awesome games. But yeah, just fun to be there. A lot better structure post game this year. Again, you guys all know what happened to me last year, which was probably one of the most outrageous things that's ever happened in my time in media. But yeah, just a fun weekend and just again, congrats to all the teams that won a Super Bowl this week.
Awesome, absolutely. Uh, Unbelievable to even get to that stage, but to win it all, I mean, unreal. Let's see, Andy, any final thoughts?
Well, I'm really starting to have some hope for the Boston Celtics. This team is really starting to emerge. Jaylen Brown has been absolutely on fire the
He's been
last couple of
ridiculous.
weeks.
He's been so good. It's insane how
Yeah,
good he's been.
Derek White, the emergence of Jordan Walsh, and now you're hearing the rumblings about Jason Tatum returning this year. I'm going to tell you something, guys. If he comes back, this Celtics team is going to be dangerous because I think they're trying to prove themselves right now that okay, we don't have our superstar player, but they're still right in the mix. They've beaten Detroit, they've beaten New York, they've beaten Toronto, Lakers. They're beating good teams, and this team they're right in the mix right now. And I think we got a basketball season here, and it's good to see.
Absolutely. I'm loving Jordan Walsh. He's a fun player to watch. But they are looking good. I absolutely love that game against the Lakers the other night. It was so great just to see the Celtics just
They
absolutely
rolled. They
annihilate them.
rolled. Yeah.
Steve, any final thoughts?
Oh, besides the obvious, go Pats. Huge game on Sunday at Gillette. Definitely looking forward to that. And this is what we talked about. When they hired Coach Rabel. Playing meaningful football in December and playing games like this. So, besides that, you have Army Navy on Saturday. That's America's game. Always great to watch that game. I'll be rooting for Army. I know a couple of people who work at West Point, so I'm rooting for them. And great to see Army get picked for the Fenway Bowl, playing UConn. Good local matchup within driving distance. So, and a school that plays college football the right way and doesn't opt out of bowl games like a certain school in South Bend, Indiana. Cry babies. Yeah, I said it. I don't care. So,
Yeah, you
there's
never
right
can
ways
make
and wrong
everyone
ways to
happy.
do things, and I think no, but just in life in general, gents, there's right ways and wrong ways to handle situations, and unfortunately, in college football right now, you're seeing a lot of the latter of the two. It's disappointing. It really is. That's
Yeah,
my final thought.
I agree. I like it. All right, my final thought is, believe it or not, winter season's already here, folks. And HCAM, we are going to be starting our slate of games this week. We got swimming and dive tomorrow night. Uh, and it's Hopkinton and Westwood. So it should be a great swim and dive meet. And then I'm going to be with Morgan on Saturday over in Westwood for Westwood Hopkinton boys hockey. We'll have that game live on HCAM as well, so it should be a lot of fun calling the game with Morgan. And of course, for all the information about our upcoming broadcast schedule, you can check it out on our website, hcam.tv, as well as our social media pages. But guys, it was so much fun having all 5 of us tonight. A big thank you to Morgan, Steve, Andy, and Jared. It was absolutely fantastic. And for the crew, I'm Tom Nappy. We thank you for watching. Take care. Be well. We'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody. This program is brought to you in part by TVLSports.net. You can view the standings, stories, pictures, highlights, and more about the 12 teams in the Tri-Valley League at TVLSports.net. TVLSports.net is an independent news and media website reporting on the TVL and is not associated with the MIAA, Tri-Valley League, or any town or school.
Not heard the Castle Moat reference.
Well, I just cut out the middleman, as I do. Interesting, Ben.
Oh, Harrelson looking a little feisty here. Oh, Brody tried to. Oh, come on, nice centering ball.
Trouble.
Oh,
Not a self-pass. Okay.
It kind of looked like a self-pass.
Well, it was off the body, so I guess he let him do it.
Oh, you are allowed off the body, aren't you?
Yeah. But I like the energy so far. I hope they can maintain it. And this is the area of the field that's going to make a difference as they go. And look at the energy.
Oh, nice hustle there by Duxbury. Oh, and he feeds it to number 1.
Oh, that was quick.
And he nails it over Luke's head.
That was a great run by the right side attacker. And just great speed, beat his man, and then centered it to the captain and scorer.
Advantage heading into the second half, but a long way to go. You can see Franklin being even more aggressive in this half, attacking the ball, looking for a breakaway here. Trying to work her way in. There's the shot, and that is in. And that is going to be a Franklin score. Lily Strong puts it in. Lily Strong able to just slip through a couple of Hiller defenders, puts it towards the net, and it went under Ellen Nye as she kind of dove to try to stop the ball, and in it goes. Well, the Hiller's looking for a breakaway. There's a shot, and how about that response? What a break upfield, and that is Izzy Dunn. Wow, what a response by the Hillers. Just under 27 minutes left here in the second half, a one-score game. A wild sequence of goals here here to start this second half. There's a boot trying to get it through the wall. She can't. Good block by Franklin. Dunn sends it up. It's going to be Riley O'Brien taking the corner. O'Brien into the box. Header towards the net off the post. And a dive by Ella. Still deflected. Still in the danger zone. It's put in. Franklin ties the game. I believe that was Claire Michael with the score, number 10. On the near side. Sent back upfield. Looking for the shot here. Along the end line, it's put in. Well, Lily Strong got in there, snuck by the defender, and puts Franklin ahead at 12:56 left to go. Side. Throwing Hillers. Off the entry. Briscoe up the sideline. And sent back towards the Hiller end. And that's it. Franklin comes back from a 2-0 deficit with 4 second-half goals. And they will win the game by a final of 4-3. And the Hiller season will come to an end with a record of 15-4-2. Franklin moving on to the semifinals as they improved to 14-5-2 with the 4-3 win.
Just tons of yardage. Just so much green there. Redmond just dominating the blocks. Ben Christopher gets 5 yards. Fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, throwback. Wide open, got to close on that. Oh, and it couldn't do it. Perfect throw. Jake Burns on the reception.
Goes up against Gray. Cross into the middle. Bent. Cullum. Shot. Goal!
Hey! Oh my God.
Dover Sherburne takes the lead once again with 12:38 remaining in the game. It's Addie Cullum from Reese Bent. Dover Sherburne back on top.
Absolutely insane play there from Bent to get it over.
Beautiful reverse sweep pass by the sophomore. Gets it right in the middle. Cullum. Nobody behind her, able to get by Maurer, put it in the back of the net, the Raiders back on top, 2-1.